Hi, journaling friends. This is Lauren with Shabby Chic Sunday. Today, I'm going to take you along with me to make a spring fabric garland for my mantle. I will be making the garland using these bundles of fabric and embellishing it with elements from the kit Rosewood by Shabby Art Boutique for the craft room. I will leave the links in the description box below if you'd like to learn more about the craft room. So I'm going to start off by laying out the purples and the green fabrics that I have in order to decide which ones I think might blend nicely together. This kit has beautiful shades of light lavender and sage green, so I want to complement those colors the best that I can. You're going to need a variety of different fabrics, as many colors as you would like. From the ones that I'm looking at now, I end up deciding to use 5 different fabrics, 2 green, 2 purple, and 1 cream. I'm really excited to make this with you, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to begin by cutting the fabric into strips. And if you have been to my channel before, you probably know by now that I am not a measurer. And the good news about this project is that these strips don't have to be perfect. I am completely eyeballing them out to be about 1 inch wide and about 4 inches long, give or take. Now, the number of strips that you need is going to vary dependent on how long you want your garland to be. Mine is going to be 2 feet long, so I end up cutting about 20 to 25 strips per color in order to fit that length. If you make your strips wider, then you'll obviously need to cut less, whereas if they're thinner strips, you'll want to cut more. And instead of cutting the strips with scissors, you could rip your strips just with your hands to add to that shabby aesthetic look. And I would have chosen to do that technique myself, but the fabrics that I chose were not conducive to that technique, which is why I'm using the scissors. Here's a small pile just to get us started. I am using twine for my garland base. You could also use ribbon, string, or even fishing line. And I'm going to begin by tying a loop at the end of this twine. I will use this loop to hang my garland on my mantle. Now all you're going to need to do is grab one piece of fabric at a time and loop it around the twine. Then you'll slide the fabric together so that there aren't any gaps. You're going to repeat this process alternating between the colors, and I found it easier to separate my patterns into a row of fabric bundles right above my twine that I'm working with, so that I could easily see which piece to use next in order to continue the pattern rather than having to remember what part of the pattern comes next. And if you mess up, no worries, because the fabric pieces easily slide on the twine, so you can always go back if you need to change something. Another idea would be to add fairy lights to your garland, and to do this, it's really simple. You would just want to run your fairy light strand along your twine so that you would be tying the fabric strips to both the twine and the fairy lights together, and this would give off a really nice soft glow. Once we've tied all of our fabric pieces together, we are now going to work on creating the embellishments for our garland. I have selected the images that I want to use from the Elements file of the Rosewood kit. I've downloaded them to my Cricut design space, and I have sized them appropriately for the garland. I chose to use 4 doilies and 4 hearts as my bases, and then I plan to add fussy cut images on top of those to decorate them. For the first doily, I want to focus on the barn and the tractor since this is all about Lavender Farm. I'm using a mixture of both glue and foam bubble tape in order to help the elements to really pop off the doily. Once we are done embellishing our doilies, it's time to attach them to our garland. There are a couple different materials we can use to achieve this, and here are just a few ideas. One is a binder clip, and I think this would be really cute painted white, mini clothespins, and then rings. I wish I had these in a different color. Paper clips would also work. I'm going to select the mini clothespins because I think those match the style and the theme of this kit the best. It reminds me of hanging clothes on a line outside. After the family has worked on the lavender farm all day, they'll need to have their mama wash their clothes and hang fresh laundered white shirts outside on the clothesline. As I'm attaching these, you'll notice that I did change two of the doilies that were originally printed on the lavender color doily. When I matched it up against my completed fabric garland, it just wasn't a perfect mesh, so I printed two more green doilies instead to replace those. So our last step is going to be just to tie another loop to the end, and you are now ready to hang your garland. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you all soon. Take care.